Hey guys, what's going on? Got another unboxing today. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron Boonta Eve Battle Pack. This pack includes Sebulba's Pod Racer and young Anakin Skywalker's Pod Racer from Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. This pack retails for $22. I picked it up at Walmart. If we spin this around, we've got some nice pod racing art on the side. And on the back, shows what the pods can do. So Anakin's can open the flaps, Sebulba's detaches, and of course the characters fit inside. So, I'll look at the front, and let's get this open and get into it. Alright, so all I did was cut the tape on the sides here. So let's get this open. That should slide right out. So on the bottom here, we have two bases, which is really nice. And those pop out like that. And then we can pull that out. And they are held in with some ties that I'm going to quickly cut off screen. I cut the little plastic tie that was holding it in place. So theoretically, we can carefully pop out the racers. Alright, now that these are out of the box, my first thoughts on it. Very nice paint job. Some nice weathering. Upon taking out of the box, one of the fins did pop off. They're just sort of on, I don't know what to call it. It's got a slight click to it when you see. They pop right off. And they just snap back on and kind of click into place. So that is something to be mindful of when trying to move them around. They don't have a lot of wiggle room. There's some flexibility. They're definitely not rigid. The energy binder is on a ball, so you can position it in lots of different ways. So that's Anakin's. And take a look at the much bigger Sebulbas. The same type of movement. They're very nicely painted. I've started to accumulate far more of the Micro Galaxy stuff than I originally thought I would. They do a nice job. And give a size comparison. So I guess all that's left to do is pop open the characters, pull them out carefully, take a look at little Anakin. The only articulation is the legs move as one. So let's put little Anakin into his racer. And he fits in just like that. And now let's take a look at Sebulba. And then we can slide him, move his arms up, into his pod. Which is easier said than done, apparently. In full disclosure, I just broke the Sebulba off screen trying to fit him into the pod, so he does not fit in as well as Anakin does. So I'm just gonna, so he more just carefully sits in there as opposed to Anakin, who kind of slides into the cockpit. He did snap back together. But you still don't want to be breaking your cool stuff. See, he tends to just kind of keep falling out. He just kind of sits in there. Sebulba might be best to put in after you've set it up. And the last thing his pod does is detaches at one of these ball joints. I might have been wrong. I think the box was simply showing that they have movement in the ball joints. I don't think it's actually meant to come apart, and if it is, I don't want to pull and tug on it to make it come apart. I've already broke Sebulba, I don't need to break the racer too. So we'll just set him in there. And now we can put the racers on the bases. There are little grooves right here to set the racer onto the base. Yeah, these ones are fragile. I would highly recommend once you set them up, don't touch them again. I'm gonna see if I can pop this in off screen. So I got that on. I gotta put the fin back on. And now that that's on there, I feel like I'm not gonna touch it anymore. It's gonna go on the shelf. And that's where it's gonna stay. So that's Anakin's. And Sebulba's is similar. The base goes into the little slots. Sebulba's so far, yep, pops in much easier. And that sits up like that. And then we can slide him in there. And there you have it. So that is the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron Boonta Eve Battle Pack. So if you're into the prequel era, or simply just like collecting Star Wars ships, I would highly recommend picking this one up. Thanks for hanging out with me during this unboxing, and I hope you enjoyed watching. Thanks.